Hello, welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. It's the day before the day for the dopparedag, as we say in Swedish. It's almost Christmas.
Dipping day.
Here. The dipping day, that's weird in English. Anyway, Andreas is here, Mats is here, Draco is ready. He looked really pumped for another.
Santa is ready.
Santa is ready as well. So ugly, Santa. Anyway, so let's get going with number 2. It's only this today, and tomorrow is the final episode of the Advent calendar. So let's get going, Andreas.
It's so much fun, guys, speculating here about the.
We have had some speculations about what could the other people, guys have.
Yeah, I know exactly what you have, but you don't know what I have.
I know one of your games,
which is great. Yeah. So my number 2 game all time is Terra Mystica.
You have a new number 1.
Yeah, that is for tomorrow.
So let's talk. I can't wait until tomorrow.
Let's skip this. Okay, let's cut. See you tomorrow.
I'll go to bed right now and just wake up tomorrow. So
let's talk about Terra Mystica, which was my number 1 last year. And this game used to be my number 1, and then I played it more rare, like didn't play it at all for a few years, and then I played it a lot last year. And it just revived for me. I think it's so intense, like so many important decisions in the game all the time.
You played it a lot online, right?
Yeah, this is one of the few games I actually played online during the pandemic.
Yeah.
At one point I had like 5 or 6 games at once running, and then I like a year ago I was like, all right, I had enough now, so I just stopped playing it. But I played it.
You didn't want to burn out, right?
Yeah, I played it in person a few times this year as well, and still it's so great. I like the it's very strategic. Obviously, you have to. The people I play with play it rather competitively, and then you need to know the strength and weaknesses with all the races, with all factions, etc. I think that at some point I need to start to play Gaia Project, which is
at some point. It's only been out for a few years.
Yeah,
you have your name on the box.
But I mean, sometimes I need to do that.
Maybe. We play Gaia Project as the beta.
Yeah, but at that point, Gaia Project did not exist on Board Game Arena during the pandemic when I played.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah, so I played Terra Mystica a lot, and I still do, and I think the game is best without any expansions.
Okay. Yeah.
It has a couple of expansions. One that adds called Fire and Ice. I think
that's Draco's favorite.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just I haven't played the new factions enough.
Draco can recommend you to play the Dragon Lord over and over. Just constantly play the same thing. He never wants to switch.
Yeah,
gets pretty boring.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
And then I played the Merchants of the Sea, which changes the game a bit.
That's the one I haven't played. I have the big box.
Yeah, so and I can. I would like to play the. I rather play with that expansion than the first expansion. It adds new things, new ways of getting access to new land, etc.
Would you be interested in trying playing this solo?
I'm not too fond.
You could borrow the big box from me. It has solo
I'm not too fond of solo games, so
because I'm gonna try it. I haven't done it yet.
But I'm excited about the Terra Mystica universe. So there's a new streamlined version coming.
Yeah,
has already come out. I'm not really sure now. So
it came out at Essence Spiel.
Yeah, and
Terra Nova.
Terra Nova.
Art Mystica.
I can't remember. And I heard it's going to be a new re-release of the proper game as well.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Maybe they could make it look a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, it's an old game now.
It
is 10
yeah.
years. I mean, games look differently back then.
Yeah, I guess.
But Terra Mystica, I've had so much fun with this game. So yeah. But I need to start playing it again a bit more. Otherwise, it will drop down.
Yeah, you drop me.
Yeah,
that happens, right?
So that is my number 2, Terra Mystica.
Okay. My number 2 is same number 2 as last year, I think.
Yeah,
it's Brass Birmingham.
What a surprise!
Not really.
It's just outside my top 20.
Yeah.
It is. It's not your number one.
No.
This is I mean, play it way to sell them. But I play it online now because there's a Steam variant, so you can play it online with other players as well. So you
Steam variant.
Do you know about pretty good implementation. So, but it's nice. And I mean, there's so many things I like. I mean, one of the things is player order. We talked about this before in other games as well. But the less money you spend, the earlier you will go in the next round, and then also the sort of the eras where you do road building or networking building, and also putting out buildings to increase your score and
great hand management.
Yeah, exactly, with the cards, how you utilize those cards in where you build, etc. So it's just, I mean, there's like clicks on every single aspect of what I like in the game, because it has the interaction in how you build buildings, and also the networking, and also then really good economic aspect to it as well. So.
Yeah, I remember when we played this, like when it was released, I built my coal mine and you built your coal mine, and everyone built their own things.
Yeah.
Because that is what you do normally in games. And then we ran out of pieces. I think it was iron or something, and we googled what happens if you run out of pieces. We found this forum thread. It's like, all right, if you ever run out of pieces, you're doing something very wrong in the game. You should restart the game and do not do that.
That's what, scripted games, you have to play a certain way.
No.
I wouldn't say this is scripted.
It's more of finding the opportunities to maximize your income versus getting the resources out on the market to make sure. It's hard to
say it's scripted because it's very it depends on what your opponents do. If someone just builds a coal mine just beside.
Yeah. It's funny because I like a lot of parts of this game. I think the main thing, a lot of people like this, I know about the game, but the main thing that I didn't like was how it's split into two halves. I thought it was really annoying that I'm building stuff and then it's gone, and then I have to, I just didn't like the flow of that.
But I think that's also one of the things, because it pushes that you really want to build fast, because you want to keep those buildings.
Yeah, there's probably a good reason for it. Yeah.
So there's also, in the same time, you need to tech that away.
It just felt clunky to me, but
it's strange.
Yeah. It's a different, but also the brass, it's called Lancashire, right? It's also a different variant that I haven't played as much, but it's also really nice.
There's no bear in that one, right?
No bear. No bear in the Lancashire version.
I haven't tried that one, but I don't really.
You don't just like beer?
So, yeah, I just like.
You played Birmingham.
Yeah.
I remember.
So that's my number 2.
That's a great game. Can't argue.
Right, my number 2 is very similar to your number 2.
Really?
It has the same letters. Say acronym for the game. So it's TM, so it's the new TM game, which is Terraforming Mars. And Terraforming Mars is my number 2. There's no surprise here. And I don't know, what should I say that hasn't been said already? I mean, this is a 3-way crossover. We knew that from the start. It's not anyone's number 1 anymore, which is kind of interesting. But for me, it's it's very high to have it on 2 as well, because I mean I play like Lost Ruins of Arnak is probably a game that I play more these days, and I think I have burned out a little bit on Terraforming Mars, partly because of the Steam version. They released Prelude and they released Hellas and Elysium this year, I think, and I play that quite a bit, and I don't like. I mean, this is the game. I said this before. The best way to play this game for me is 1 player, 3 players, 2 players, 4 players, 0 players, not play it at all, or 5. I'm not playing this game 5 players.
This is where
I never played 5.
I like to do things in games. I don't like to sit around and wait for my turn and see other people terraform.
I think the game is really good on 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
have you played it on 1 where you get to do everything yourself?
Yeah.
Nobody there to mess with your plans.
I'm not into
solo games. To mess with your plans. But I think one of the good things about this game that I like about it a lot is that you do 1 or 2 actions and then it's the next play. So you don't have that much downtime.
But every time I play with you guys or whatever, I'm so frustrated that okay, I do 2 things and then I have to sit and wait because I already know what I'm going to do the next 10 things.
Yeah.
Because I have an action card. Do that, get a micro. Do that, do this. And I just have to sit around and wait. playing solo, I can just boom, 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 do things like this, and I'm just totally in.
That is true
boom,
for
boom,
every
boom, boom,
game,
boom,
though.
yeah.
That is true for
But
every
it's
game.
more in this one than other
I'm not sure
games,
why
I
it's
think.
more in this game. Why you feel that way?
I think also, I will say after the pandemic and playing a lot of BGA, all that, I got way more sensitive to downtime.
Yeah.
Like recently we played some games that, like, I would like the game so much more if I played on like 2. Because 4, I have to sit around and wait for other people to do things that doesn't affect my gameplay.
Yeah. So there's more downtime with 5 players. I agree, but I think
and I feel like I don't get anything done. Like, oh, what did I do during the game? I did like 20%.
Yeah, you do less maybe, but the game leads to, like, if you play on 3 players or 2 players. I never play a 2-player game any longer. It's just broken. I think you played a lot on 2, but I think it doesn't work.
2, right?
No, but I think that 4 players is the sweet spot here, because then at least there will always be at least 1 or 2 players trying to driving the game forward. If you're 3 or
you don't need to rush. You can enjoy the game. Just sit back.
Yeah, but I mean,
play 2-player.
But
mysspela, as we say in Swedish. You don't have to like.
I think the game has overstayed welcome when it's 4 hours long.
No,
I think
not Terraforming Mars.
This game should take 2 hours, and then you play another game, Terraforming Mars, because I think the best part of the game is the early game, the early and the mid game. Yeah, and when you're building your engine.
But you like when you have 10 blue cards and you can sit around doing all that.
No, well.
And especially if everyone else passes, you love that when you're playing. You like playing solo, but in a multiplayer setting when everyone else.
I like when you all have to watch me play.
Yeah, that's what you like.
No, but I mean, I think the best part of the game is the early and the mid game, and so I'd rather play another game of Terraforming Mars.
I think it's interesting, like trying to analyze this, because I think what you're doing is you enjoy when the milestones and awards are not claimed yet, and there's the attention of that. I love when they are claimed, because then I can relax and then I can start enjoying it for real.
Then we play another game.
I'm so happy I can play it solo. I don't need to care about.
Yeah, and when played with 5 players, it's the game is very different, but I still enjoy it. It's very, very fast. Like the game length.
Yeah,
it's true. You do less, you accomplish less as an individual player, but the game might even be faster.
But you know what the fastest way is then? The 0-player count. That's way faster than the 5-player count.
Yeah.
It only takes like 2 seconds. You don't even need to take the game box off the shelf.
2 seconds, that's slow.
Well, you need to decide, like, am I going to play it?
No, that takes like.
You look at the table, it's like, oh, there's 4 people here. I'm the 5th one. Okay, I'm going home.
It's a great game.
It's an awesome game. It's going to be. I think it's going to be in our top 10 or ish for a long time.
But you don't have to play with Turmoil.
No, you don't have to.
Unless you want to.
Turmoil does not add any good.
Also, I also have to mention the dice game. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah.
That one I'm okay with. It's quick and easy, and then we play another time. Like that's fine.
All right.
We can play it 4 times in an evening.
Let's wrap this up and go for number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Tomorrow it's actually Christmas.
Yes, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
number
Christmas
1 tomorrow.
Eve, right? Tomorrow is.
Wow.
Santa's coming.
It's already here.
He's here.
Oh.
Here.
There's a lot of.
Hi Santa. I've been nice today. This year.
He doesn't seem to care. But we are back tomorrow for the number 1, and if Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready. And see you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye bye.